The Tour de Suisse is available to watch live and on demand each and every day throughout the race on GCN+. The third stage started under sunshine with all the jersey wearers at the front and ready to go from German-speaking Switzerland over to La Suisse romande, the French-speaking area. A classic route taking in the Col des Mosses, staple of Swiss bike racing at both the Tour de Romandie and the Tour de Suisse down the years. The peloton would then descend from that first category climb and head towards Aigle, home of the UCI headquarters. A final climb, a first category climb to Villars-sur-Ollon, a well-used finish in Swiss racing. A shorter stage too, 143.8 kilometres, packing a real punch at the end. 46.8 kilometres remained and there were less than 2 minutes of a gap as the peloton poured in onto that gap that had been opened up by 4 riders up the road. King of the Mountains points were taken by Lilian Calmejean. Nicholas Zukowski was in the break again and he took second place, making sure that he'd keep the King of the Mountains jersey whatever happened at the end of the day. A wet descent and a few moments to watch out, but everybody was down safely and everybody was back together as Wout van Aert went for the point sprint at the bottom of the final climb, extending his stay as points leader, whatever would happen towards the end. He'd set the pace for the first couple of kilometres of the climb, just under 10 kilometres long, before Remco Evenepoel's Soudal Quickstep took over, first with Mattia Cattaneo, causing a few surprises out the back, including Alexei Lutsenko to drop. After that, James Knox took over, and when he finished, with 6.5 Ks to go, Remco Evenepoel launched his move. That meant that Stefan Küng, race leader, was already in trouble, and it was clear we were going to have a new race leader. Evenepoel was away with Skelmoser, who'd followed in the red and white, and Felix Gall, the Austrian, racing in the white and brown. Juan Ayuso was amongst a group of strong followers, and he would slowly pull back Remco Evenepoel and the rest. But Gall then would make his move. Evenepoel unable to do anything about it. Skelmoser also reacting well. Evenepoel caught by Ayuso, Bilbao, Uran, Kelderman and Uijtdebroeks. And Danish rider Skelmoser was on his way to reach the man who'd made his own move. Gall was looking for his first professional victory. This time last year, Skelmoser hadn't had one. But he's about to pick up the biggest of his career. Ayuso in search of third place inside the last kilometre, looking the best of the rest. And with 500 metres to go, Skelmoser making his own move on Gall. The Austrian having to wait that little bit longer for his first pro success. But Skelmoser taking his first World Tour success after a big victory last year in Luxembourg and a couple of early season wins in France. Stage win going towards Skelmoser, and the gap behind to Remco Evenepoel meant that Skelmoser would also take the yellow leader's jersey. Evenepoel leading the rest over behind, and Skelmoser winning the stage by just 3 seconds from Gall. Ayuso in 12 seconds at third. A big moment for Matthias Skelmoser, the biggest win of his career, and a yellow leader's jersey in one of the biggest stage races in the world. But there's plenty more racing to come. It is by no means done and dusted. 17 seconds over Evenepoel after just one of 3 back-to-back big mountain stages. Stage 4 is even harder. Takes them from Monte and down the road towards the Valais region, to Martigny, the old Roman city, up the Crans-Montana climb that we recently saw at the Giro d'Italia. This time no finish line there, a descent back to the valley in Sierre and a climb up to Leukerbad with a couple of different lumps and bumps towards the end. Again, it's relatively short, 152.5 kilometres, all the climbing backloaded. Another big day in the mountains at the Tour de Suisse. And you can follow each and every day of Matthias Skelmoser's defence of the yellow jersey, live and on demand. It's the Tour de Suisse on GCN+.